and I started to like it better than Acclaim's versions. Then came my all-time favorite wrestling game, WWF No Mercy. Boy, this game to this day is so many people in this world's favorites, and by darn good reason. Awesome smooth play control, an awesome robust amount of wrestlers to choose from. The Create a Wrestler mode was enhanced, and just everything just played smoothly. And my favorite feature of all, playing the Royal Rumble with 100 wrestlers, like 50 for me and 50 for player 2, and turning on First Blood and quick match submission, leaving off the traditional throwout rule. Man, there is nothing funner than playing a Royal Rumble with 100 wrestlers and trying to make the other one bleed in order to execute them and eliminate them from the match. What is wrong with THQ by not realizing this? Ever since No Mercy, they have not brought back those features, and they have left me pissed off and caused me to write several tell-off letters to them, begging them to bring those features back in a future game, and they don't do diddly squat. They just completely ignore my letters and do what the hell they want to do. Ah, stuck-up snobby companies. Are they retards or something? They didn't realize how dang fun it was to try to make a wrestler bleed in the Royal Rumbles, plus be able to play women in the Royal Rumbles and stuff. It was totally awesome being able to do that. But the Nintendo 64 retires, and along came the awesome, in my opinion, the awesome GameCube, the very first console to use mini discs, mini DVD-ROM drive, whatever you call it, and Nintendo's very first step into the disc format, which I thought was a great success, and I love the GameCube, and I'll never understand the haters. And the first wrestling game that came out on there was WrestleMania 18, or X8, which stands for 18, and WrestleMania 19, XIX. WrestleMania 18 was an okay first start for the console. It wasn't especially great or anything. In WrestleMania 19, the only great thing I can remember about that was that Stephanie McMahon lent her voice for the story mode in it. Other than that, the story mode was completely retarded, and that's the one wrestling game I actually sold. But I'm eventually going to order that back. I don't know why I ever got rid of it. But then came the drastically superior Day of Reckoning games on the GameCube, Part 1 and 2. I've got no complaints about these two games. I totally love them. The play control's awesome, great options and everything, except for THQ still not having the Royal Rumble modes the right way, the way I liked them from No Mercy. And why do they have to have limitations on the amount of created wrestlers? You should be able to create until the memory cards are filled up. And I really love the way that you can put 3D objects on the created wrestlers in these games. You can put, like, I don't know, just crazy things. You can put items in their hand or on their head, even just standing out above their body or outward from their body. It's just awesome options, and I don't know why they never put those in any other games on any other console that I know of. Speeding up the rest of this video because I've talked too long as it is, I'm going to talk about the PlayStation games. First there was SmackDown and Shut Your Mouth on the PlayStation 2, which was my first PlayStation game, the reason I bought the PlayStation 2, or asked for it, should I say. It was a completely awesome wrestling game, so totally awesome in every way. The created wrestler options were awesome. Then came Here Comes the Pain, which was a little bit dumbed down, and I didn't like it as much. Its biggest new feature was the bra and panties match. Whoop-dee-doo! What a completely stupid, boring, retarded match, which doesn't even as much as allow you to play as your female created wrestlers. What dumbasses! And then, after that, started the SmackDown vs. Raw series, which I believe got worse and worse with every sequel, and I started liking these games less and less. The franchise was killed. THQ sucks for these reasons, and a lot of companies are guilty for this. Why on earth are they making sequels and taking out awesome features from the past games and causing the sequels to totally suck throughout game after game after game? And I'm not even going to start complaining about the Wii versions. Playing wrestling games on the Wii is like trying to take a crap while walking on water. It's just impossible. And I got all the confidence in the world that the 2010 version is going to suck just as bad as the rest. At least on the Wii, because those Wii controls does not work with wrestling games, not in my opinion. They need to allow the classic controller or the GameCube controller to be played on these. Then they'll start being cool again. Game companies need to stop taking out really awesome features from a game when they make a sequel. And stop making the play control so difficult that you can't even play the game anymore or enjoy it. They killed my favorite genre of games, which was wrestling. I don't even like them anymore because of the confusing controls. And THQ never did listen to me about putting the First Blood and quick match submission rules back in the Royal Rumble modes. I still have yet to get that wish back. Answered, should I say. I just give up, you know. Those game companies just don't care about us consumers, the ones that are making them rich and supporting them. No, we're not even cared about or heard. I probably could have thought of a lot more useful things to complain about that was more on the lines of the point of these whole videos, or this whole video, but I've talked enough. I've said my point. It ain't gonna make a difference anyways. It's just another YouTube video. I'll catch you all later. I hope I've entertained, and feel free to comment and say what's on your mind, and I'll catch you later when I think of something else. See ya.